Well, pretty much these glasses, I think I can use them so that I can bring another me from another dimension into this dimension, and then there would be two of me. Because if there's two of me, then one of me can go to work and not get in trouble, then the other me can go to Fanime. And then that way I can get, both things that I want and not get in trouble. Right now, not so well. For some reason, I keep getting a lot of interference. Right now, I think I'm just going to work on these, and also, I'm going to talk about the movies that came out in 2010, give you my thoughts on them, and pretty much tell you which ones I thought were the best and the worst movies of 2010. Because, well, I promised you guys that. And I'm running out of time for Fanime, and I've got nothing else to do. So, without further ado, what I thought about the films of 2010. Alright, my first film is Alice in Wonderland. This film was just alright. See, I had bigger hopes for it. I really thought it was going to be an amazing film. Unfortunately, it had a plot that felt forced on, especially since it's Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland has never really had much of a plot. It's been a random assortment of stories just given out at random periods, pretty much. And they're not really supposed to go together all that well. And this one was just too story heavy and really left a lot of plot holes, because when it's Wonderland and it's completely chaotic and anything's possible, it's hard to actually keep a story and not go, why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen? And, well, a lot of characters pretty much are kind of so powerful when they really got a storyline and actually have, elements to them, that it makes you wonder why they weren't just able to do everything on their own. So, Alice in Wonderland could have been a lot better. Kick-Ass. Oh man, I loved Kick-Ass, to be honest. Kick-Ass was an amazing film. It was pretty realistic in the way up until like the last quarter of the film, and it was gritty. It wasn't a comedy. It had comedy elements to it, but most of it was just violence and just stupid shit happening. And I enjoyed it. A lot of people got pissed about the little girl cursing a lot and getting shot, but honestly, that was some of the most hilarious things I had ever seen, and I may be a bad person for saying that, but I loved it. Iron Man 2. That film was exactly what I expected, pretty much. The movie didn't do any better or any worse than Iron Man 1. The story had the same pace. The characters from the last films pretty much all came back. I didn't mind that they change Rhodes' actor. And, well, it wasn't any better or any worse, like I said. Even though the first one established everything so that you could really go at a fast pace for the next one, they just kept it nice and mellow still. And for some people that was annoying because the pacing felt slow, but for me it felt alright. And for that, it was exactly at the same level as the last one. Not better, not worse. The Prince of Persia and the Sands of Time. I don't really know what to think about this one. Like I had stated before, I never really played the games. And, well, the dagger, the time dagger, it really wasn't used enough. Or that's kind of a good thing, I guess, because it means that it wasn't overused. But at the same time, because of that, it feels like it's just some movie about, an Arabian tale. friend of mine kept thinking it was like Aladdin for the first half. But I guess that's just gonna happen. So, The Prince of Persia, my final thoughts on it are pretty much that it's an alright movie. It's nothing you should go out of your way to see. It's not awful, but it's just mediocre, I guess. The Karate Kid, I will be honest with you right now, I tried to watch it just for this review. I could not get past them leaving. I honestly got bored. They were on the plane, and that was as far as I got. So I can't tell you anything about it because it would be unfair, but that's what I thought. Resident Evil Afterlife was a horrible film. I really couldn't think that these movies could get a lot worse, but they did. They managed to do it. Within the first few minutes, they got rid of anything you probably wanted to see because of the last film. They killed off the clones, they took away Alice's powers, and then they started pulling things out of their ass from other games that of the Resident Evil franchise. They don't even have to do with zombies, which would be, I guess, part 4, because those had to do with La Plagas. And like I said before, I don't know much about the games, but I know that much. I know enough to know which ones are zombies and which ones are not. And for anyone who's a hardcore fan, they would probably see this film and be like, what the fuck? So, Resident Evil Afterlife, fuck you! Tron Legacy. This film, it was good to begin with. It got slow towards the middle, and toward the end, it got pretty good again, but then it made you go, what the fuck? Honestly, I expected better for a movie that took over 20 years to be really come into being, and I don't know, Tron Legacy was not that great. Any of the action parts and the parts that had to do with the games were really good. That I'll tell you right now. Just those parts were amazing. To see those on the big screen, best thing to do. But the film itself was mediocre. It felt tacked on. I can't say that you should watch it. I can't say to avoid it either. It's great on the big screen, but if you see it on a DVD or a Blu-ray, use that skip button a lot.